Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Intuitive Life Coach. This is your host, Angie. And just fun fact from the start, I am recording this outside. So if you hear weird noises, if you hear wind, whatever, that is why. But it is way too beautiful to be inside today where I am. So I am embracing Mother Nature at the moment for a short break in my day, and thought I would come and share some things with you while I was doing it. Before I start, just a little intro. I am an intuitive life coach. I offer healing courses. We start our healing and manifesting course this weekend. I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. I'm super excited because I've already done this with another group working on, we're going to start a new group this weekend. And I know I have a couple extra ladies that are still waiting to sign up for that. So if you're wanting to get in that course, try to jump in today. So it starts October the 15th for sure. But if you sign up, I do have a specific Facebook group that I invite you to pay attention to, because I do share a lot in there about what we're going through each week in the healing course. So if you don't know how to sign up or what to do to sign up, please contact me. My email's on my website, www.leaflessons.org, and just shoot me an email. Let me know I want to do your course, and I will help you get signed up. I also offer one-on-one coaching and healing for anybody that is wanting to work on their healing journey individually. And I'm creating a new course that is going to embody a lot more than what I've been offering. I'm so excited about it. It's probably going to take me a minute to get it all wrapped up and together, but my goal is to have it completely finished and operating and up and running within the next month or so. So I will probably start offering that soon. I'm not going to say when, because I'm going to let this spirit guide me on that. But I wanted to jump on today and share a little bit about manifestation. During my healing course, my healing and manifesting course, I talk about manifestation and some of the things that it requires. And there's a lot of coaches out there that teach manifestation, and I've listened to many of them. I have this desire to learn as much as I can, basically. I love to learn, so I'm always reading, I'm always listening to other people's podcasts, I'm always embracing what people say to me, because I want to grow, I want to change, I want to be everything I can be in this world so I can help other people to do the same. And one of the things I found really interesting in my journey is there were times that I would start listening to another coach, like this podcast, or engaging in something, and I would find myself this part of my ego starting to rise up in me because of their age. This is full on complete confession right here. If there was a coach in their 20s and they were talking about all their life experiences and manifesting and all this stuff, my walls would go up. And after, I would quit listening, because I'm like, what do they know? They're so young. I'm in my 40s. I've lived a lot of life. I know what life is. So hearing something from somebody 20 years younger than me is not going to help. However, I started to pay attention to that little ping that came up in me, that little icky feeling that came up. And I started to ask myself questions. I started to ask, why is this happening? Why do I feel this way towards this person just because they might be younger than me? what if they do have something that I can learn? What if they do know how to heal and manifest? What if they do, And so I found myself needing to pull back my ego and step back into my spirit self, where I understand that there is no limit of knowledge, there's no limit of time, there's no limit of age, there's not any of that stuff in the spiritual realm. There is, it just is. So when I project things out of my ego onto other people, it's because that comes from basically pride, 100%. But what I really love is that some of these younger people, even the ones that I'm coaching that are younger than me, are so amazing. They really embody their selves, and they want to grow, and they want to learn, and they have this need and desire to serve the world. And I love that they are allowing themselves to do it boldly and authentically. And so I have a lot to learn from these people. It doesn't mean that I don't also have things to teach them because of my wisdom of life, basically. However, I've got to pull my ego back so that I can hear the message through their spirit, instead of looking at the ego and thinking, oh, well, what does she know? So I encourage you, when you start your manifestation journey and you ask the universe for something, don't judge the way it shows up for you. If you ask to learn something or to hear something or know something, don't look at the package it comes in. Understand the message, and allow yourself to release that ego part of yourself that wants to project anything onto that is going to keep you from your manifestation. Because spirit is not going to always show up in the way that we think it should. We just have to open ourselves up and step out of that part of ourselves to receive. The other thing that I want to talk about with the manifestation is, I have a couple things. So one of the things, the way I teach manifestation is we have to heal in order to embody those things that we want to manifest in our life. So to become our highest self, to be the person we desire, to start that business we want to start, to get the job we want, get the relationship, all those things that we want in this lifetime, we actually have to take the time to heal the things that are blocking those things. So when we feel something in our body, like what I was talking about, come up that is blocking or projecting, that is the area we need to heal. It's really interesting because I was talking with a coach yesterday that I have my own people that I invest in to coach me. And so I was talking to a coach yesterday, and she was asking me to picture myself in my future, like my future self as successful and embodying all this stuff. And I could see it, but this fear came up in me. I felt my chest get really tight, and I was it was like it blocked my ability to see into the next part of my life. It blocked my ability to manifest, in a sense of picturing what's next and believing that I can get there. And so I had to take a moment where I was honest with myself and with this coach that I was having a really hard time seeing myself as this very successful person, because there was part of me that didn't believe I could do it. Or if I did do it, I wouldn't be able to keep it up, basically. So, I did this practice where I did a meditation. I went back into that part of myself to figure out, where does that come from? Why did that feeling come up, and where did it start? And what popped up for me was an inner child part of myself. And I saw this little girl that was really scared, that had been told, you're not smart, you have dyslexia, you're not a good reader, you're never going to be the smart one. You're not going to, like, all these things that were said over me as a child, or I believed, that I started to believe about myself and embody, that I need to break off so I can move forward and actually manifest my true self. Because all those things that have been projected on me, the things that have been said over me, they were not true. They were just things that the world labeled me as. And even if I do have any kind of learning disability or whatever, like, I don't have to embody that. Like, I mess up words all the time. I say things backwards all the time. I write things backwards all the time. So I know there's an aspect of my brain thinking that way, but that's my human self. And so I can align my spirit with my human self, and I can begin to heal that part of my area. And even if it shows up, it doesn't define my worth. It doesn't make me not be able to be successful because I have these areas, these little flaws, or like not flaws, like little tweaks in me that may be a little different than somebody else, or what the world would see as a success. So I always teach that healing is a part of manifesting. Also, what is really important is boundaries. And I shared this with a woman that I coached this morning, because she was talking about how she was sharing with somebody about her goals and what she wants to do. And she felt like this person wasn't like receiving it or excited with her, because she was like sharing the excitement, like, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to be. And they didn't really match her energy or like get to that place. And I told her, I was like, here's the thing about manifestation and you moving into your goals. To embody those things, to believe in them, and to make them come forth, you have to protect the energy of them. Because there's a lot of people that are going to suck the energy out of your manifestation before it even gets here, because you haven't healed that part of yourself where you pull in that energy of what they think of it, because they haven't healed themselves. So they're projecting onto you the way they feel about themselves, or they just don't really think that way. They're just a different person. So the boundary of protecting your desires and hopes and dreams is really important, because if you tell it to the wrong person, and it's somebody important to you in your life, and they don't share the excitement with you, it is very likely, if you haven't been able to heal yourself and feel empowered in your own self and not need that reassurance on the outside from anybody else, that could actually suck out that manifestation. It could suck out the energy that you've been putting towards that manifestation, and you can give up on it. It's almost like you start to take on the view of the other person, when prior to you saying anything, you had this expanding energy and this exciting energy. So knowing and like intuitively tuning in to, do I share this with this person or not? And if you do share it and they don't match your energy, just realize it's not because it can't happen, or it's not supposed to, or it's not exciting, and it's not something you shouldn't be excited of. Just don't pull in that energy and think, it's almost like we match that energy, and we go back into that, oh yeah, well, maybe I can't do that, kind of a thing. But it's not true. Because like the one thing I just continue in the last few weeks that just keeps coming up in my head is when my dad, those of you who've listened to this for a while know this already, but I lost my dad 2 years ago. It actually was like 2 weeks ago that it was his 2-year anniversary. And after he passed, he came back to me in a vision. And in that vision, he said a lot of things to me. It's actually in my book. If you want to get my book, Leaf Lessons, it has quite a bit of the vision in it. But, okay, I have to stop this is like so off the track, but this man just tried to throw trash out of his window into a trash can, and he didn't get it into the trash can, so he just opened the door to get out and throw it into the trash can. And I am just like so in awe and blessed by that. So y'all, take care of Mother Earth. Okay, that was complete side note. Please, off track, not even where we're going. But that kind of stuff right there is actually going to help you to manifest your future. I will just tell you that. Because what you do for the earth and what you do for others, you're actually doing it for yourself. Just remember that. Okay? Okay, side note. That was a side note, not this. Sorry guys. I am like, woo, that was like squirrel. So coming back into this energy of projecting and sucking up this energy, we really do become like the people we spend time with. And when you're around people that aren't going to allow you to embody these things that you are trying to manifest, you have to get into a place where you heal enough that you are able to pick yourself. That you, instead of staying in the small place that you are, because you want to be in this relationship with this person, whether, a friend, whatever. Don't allow that. If you want to continue the relationship, then continue it. But you have to be in a healthy enough place in your own self that you don't let that energy project onto you. Like, you need to deflect it and continue to believe in your manifestation. But if you're not able to, you really might have to start setting some really hard boundaries where you don't share things with certain people, or you don't hang out with certain people. Like, these are hard parts of growth. They really are. However, what I want you to understand is that things that are meant to be in your life will always realign. And you can't force anything to happen. All you can do is focus on your own energy and allow yourself to embody your truth. And the world's not going to teach this. The world doesn't teach that. It's through healing yourself and believing in yourself and living for yourself that you actually help the world to heal. Because it's in that space that you allow other people to be where they are. You allow people to embrace their own healing, and you are able to send out the energy for them to do it. Like, the only reason I am in the place I am now where I can help other people heal is because I did that. I separated myself for almost 2 years from people that sucked my energy. And some of them have not returned, and I can't tell you if they will or not. Like, I hope some of them do. I really love them. I still do. I would love to have these people in my life. However, I know where I'm going in my future, and that is really important to me, and I want people to come along with me. However, I also can't stay small to make sure that they feel comfortable with me and want, I can't, in my book I talk about the leaf lesson, and one of the things that I got through this lesson was that many times we stay stuck in places in our life because we don't want to lose the people that we have. And this is the hard part of growth. I think about how even back in when I was in church, and I would go out to eat after every Sunday to this fast food restaurant normally with people, and I was thinking about this the other day about how even when you want to start your own journey, like a diet journey or something, how easy it is to give in to your friends that ask you to go and eat something you shouldn't. And then how they project onto you your like eating healthy. How it often you walk away sometimes feeling guilty because you chose to get the salad and they got, the beer and chips and burgers and all this stuff. And it's like, it's hard. Oh, y'all hear that? That was definitely a tree branch that just fell on my car. Anyways, I just want you to know that it's okay to choose yourself, and that boundaries really are a part of manifesting the life you desire and healing. So if you're feeling stuck right now, take a moment today, or when you hear this, and meditate on these things and ask yourself, what are the areas I keep holding on to in my life? Or what are the projections I'm putting out into the world? What are the judgments? What are these things that I am holding in my energy that are keeping me from my desires? And really spend time with them. And if you need to cry, cry. If you need to yell, yell. Do whatever you need to do to release them. And you may have to do this several times. But those are the areas that are keeping you from where you want to go. And so take the time to explore them instead of pushing them away and ignoring them, because it's really easy to do that. So, okay, well, I am going to jump off, and I'm going to wish you all the best day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. And I will be back with another message next time. I wish you all the universal love that there is. Namaste.